Have you ever looked at nature and just been completely blown away? Well, today we're diving into the science of a real marvel, the Capirona tree. It's a powerhouse of healing and renewal, straight from the heart of the Amazon.
You know, it's picked up this incredible nickname, the Tree of Youth. And that's not just some nice, poetic name. It's earned that title for a reason you can literally see with your own eyes. This amazing ability to constantly renew itself, shedding the old to make way for the new.
So, that really brings us to the big question we're going to explore today. How does a tree that is constantly shedding its own skin teach us anything about our own body's amazing capacity for renewal? All right, let's get into it.
So first, let's just start with this powerful image. The Capirona tree, or Calicophyllum sprucianum, if you want to get scientific, gives us what's called a signature of renewal. It's like a clear visual clue from nature telling us exactly what it's all about.
And what's so wild about this is that it's not some once-a-year thing. This tree is always in a state of shedding its old, weathered bark. And what's underneath? A perfectly smooth, vibrant, almost polished new layer. It's really a living symbol of letting go of what no longer serves you to reveal the strength that was there all along.
Okay, so let's move from the beautiful metaphor to the actual hard science, because Capirona's most well-documented benefits start right where its own renewal is most obvious, with healing our skin. This is really the first layer of its action. At its core, its power comes down to this kind of healing trifecta. Capirona is a potent anti-inflammatory, it's a powerful antioxidant shield, and it's a natural antimicrobial. It's the way these three things work together that creates the perfect conditions for your body to regenerate.
So what does that anti-inflammatory power really do? Well, think about after an injury, like a bad burn. That chronic inflammation can lead to thick, really restrictive scar tissue. But Capirona's compounds, things like tannins and flavonoids, they come in and calm that inflammatory storm. This allows the body to build flexible, healthy new skin instead. It's a total game changer.
Next up, you've got this antioxidant shield. You can think of free radicals as these chaotic little wrecking balls bouncing around inside your cells after an injury. They cause a ton of damage and just slow everything down. Well, Capirona is packed with antioxidants that basically swoop in, catch these wrecking balls, and neutralize them. It creates a safe, protected construction zone where new, healthy cells can thrive.
And finally, there's the antimicrobial action. Look, when your skin is compromised, it's incredibly vulnerable to infection. This is actually why traditional preparations use Capirona as a wash for wounds. It creates this protective barrier, which means your body can focus all its precious energy on rebuilding tissue, not getting sidetracked fighting off nasty invaders.
Now let's peel back another layer. We've seen how Capirona works on the surface, on the skin. But what in the world is going on deeper inside? Right down at the level of our cellular code.
Okay, this is a really, really important distinction to make. There's no proof that Capirona magically goes in and, stitches your broken DNA back together. But what it does do is arguably even more profound. By taking out those free radicals we just talked about, it acts like a guardian for your DNA. It protects your cellular blueprint from getting damaged in the first place, which lets your body's own repair crews do their job without being totally overwhelmed.
Okay, that makes sense. So if it's protecting the blueprint, how does that actually help rebuild the physical structure? Well, that leads us right to our body's master builders, our stem cells.
So here's the deal. Capirona doesn't create stem cells, but what it does is prepare this sacred ground for them to work. First, it calms the inflammation. Then, it helps clear out all the cellular junk. Then, it neutralizes those free radicals. It's basically cleaning up a chaotic construction site so that your stem cells, the master healers, can come in and do their miraculous rebuilding work efficiently and correctly.
So let's go even deeper, to the deepest layer yet. This is where we find the real scientific link back to that incredible nickname, the Tree of Youth. We're talking about the telomere connection.
So what on earth are telomeres? Honestly, the best way to think about them is like the little plastic tips on the end of your shoelaces. You know, the things that stop the laces from fraying? Telomeres do the exact same thing for our chromosomes. The catch is, every time a cell divides, they get a tiny bit shorter, and that shortening is a key hallmark of the aging process. And it turns out, our telomeres have two major arch-enemies that are known to speed up this shortening process like crazy: chronic inflammation and oxidative stress. Do those sound familiar? Yeah, they're the exact two things we've been talking about this whole time.
And this is the punchline.
By powerfully fighting both inflammation and oxidative stress, Capirona helps protect your telomeres from fraying too quickly. It's not some magic potion that makes them longer, but it helps preserve the length you have, allowing your cells to stay vital and keep their regenerative power for longer.
Okay, let's zoom all the way back out. We've gone from the bark of a tree in the Amazon right down to the tips of our very own chromosomes. So now let's put it all together into a more holistic picture of what this amazing plant represents. It's truly an alliance for renewal from cell to spirit.
This journey with Capirona is just so multi-layered. On a physical level, it helps the body shed old stories by remodeling tough scar tissue. I mean, it's literally changing the physical record of an injury. Systemically, it supports our vital detox organs like the liver and kidneys. And on an energetic level, working with this plant is about aligning their own intention with its powerful, visible example of constant renewal. And that really brings us to this powerful idea. It's about forming an alliance, not just to heal the surface of the skin, but to address the physical memory of trauma that's held deep in our tissues and renew our spirit. It just goes so much deeper than the surface.
So I'll just leave you with this thought. The Capirona tree doesn't hide its power at all. It puts it on full display for all of us to see every single day as it sheds its bark. It just makes you wonder, what other incredible secrets about healing and renewal is nature hiding right there in plain sight, just waiting for us to stop and pay attention?